Welcome to the shop, friend. We're working on our Duncan MacLeod business card right now, doing some laser cut stamps. Very fun little project from Highlander, the series, which happens to be my very favorite television show from the 90s when I was a teenager. And it dawned on me that I've never shown off my Highlander props. I do have not a big collection, but a bit of a Highlander collection to share with you today. Now, Highlander was my very favorite franchise from when I was a kid. I mean, it's a story about immortals who live for hundreds or thousands of years, and then they get together every once in a while to sword fight. What's not to enjoy about that? I got hooked as soon as I dove into it. Actually, I started in a kind of weird spot. The first Highlander movie or show or anything that I saw was Highlander 2. The weird one. The really weird one. That one went way off the rails. They decided that immortals were aliens. Sean Connery came back from the dead. It was wacky, but there was sword fighting, so I was hooked. And from that point forward, I wanted to consume all of the Highlander content. And that's right when the TV show was coming out. Of course, Highlander, the series, starring Adrian Paul. Ran for 119 episodes over 6 years from 1992 to 1998. And it's my very favorite TV show. One of the reasons I love the show so much was because their historical stuff. Every episode they would have a flashback with really amazing sets and props and costumes. And of course I saw the first movie, the one that kicked it all off, the Sean Connery and Christopher Lambert Highlander movie. And despite a little bit of 80s weirdness, it's still really exceptional. I love that movie. In fact, I still have the CD of the Queen soundtrack. That's right, Queen recorded an entire album that was just dedicated to music to be used in the Highlander movie. And speaking of the movie, that's the first replica that I have here. This is a replica of the movie prop. It is not screen accurate, not even close. I've seen the screen used one, or one of the screen used ones, at the Mopop Museum here in Seattle, and it looks really cool. This is a knockoff one that I got on Amazon a couple years ago. I actually dressed up as Russell Nash at Dragon Con one year, and I wanted to have the right sword, but I didn't want to bring this whole thing with me. So I made a mold of the hilt here, and I cast a copy that looks exactly the same, of course, out of a plastic resin. And then I could pose like I was taking the sword out of my coat, but not have to bring an entire katana with me to Atlanta. So I have actually cosplayed a character from Highlander. And I did a photo shoot with my friend Alyssa. She dressed up as the Kurgan, and she made this helmet and cast it for me. I still haven't finished it yet, but this is a Kurgan helmet, and it looks so cool. This is actually cold cast with a little bronze powder, so the whole thing can get buffed to a nice, shiny, metallic sheen. So that one, thank you, Alyssa, for the helmet. I promise I'll finish it one day. Now, I do love the movies, even the weird and bad ones, a lot, but the series will always be my first love, hence the full DVD set right here. I actually purchased these when I worked at FYE between 2004 and 2006. Got all of these when I worked there. I think I got a discount on some of these because they were used. So I have the whole series, and I do have a series katana. Now, again, not totally screen accurate. This red gem here kind of gives it away. But this is very special to me. I bought this when I was like 16 or 17 years old. I think I got it out of an Atlanta cutlery catalog, if you had one of those. It was like 70 or 80 bucks, but when I was 16, that was a lot of money. And I was overjoyed when it showed up. I'm still very happy with it now. I've held on to it since then, almost 20 years now. And it's still one of my favorite things ever. Actually, when I was a kid, my friend Aaron grabbed this out of my room and was playing with it and shattered a light in my parents' house, which was pretty great. I haven't hurt myself or anyone else with that since. It does have a real, very sharp blade on it. I haven't done anything too stupid with it yet. I've actually seen a handful of screen-used versions of Duncan's sword for sale on the Prop Store website, and I've considered bidding on them every once in a while. But they go for usually between $5,000 and $10,000, and it's a lot of money to pay for a sword. And I'm still happy with mine anyway. So yeah, I'm a bit of a Highlander super fan. In fact, in like 2010, when they were considering filming another movie, I think Matthew McConaughey was signed on for a little while there. I got a random spam phone call from someone trying to sell me a Highlander sword. Apparently they were trying to do that to raise money for the movie. I don't know, but it's clear to me that I'm on a Highlander superfan list somewhere and they have my phone number. So there it is, my little, for a superfan, this is a pretty little collection, but I am still proud of it. I'm glad I still have this sword from my childhood and it's still in good shape. This is probably just the beginning. Realizing I haven't made very many things from Highlander means I'm probably going to want to make a bunch of them now. In fact, if you have an idea from any of the movies or the show of a prop that I could make, please leave a comment down below. I really want to make more stuff from Highlander, and I feel like with these business cards, I'm only getting started and the sky is the limit. That'll wrap it up for me. We got to get back to work finishing our business cards. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for hanging out with us in the shop today, and thank you very much to the members of our Extra Credit Club for supporting what we do. You can join with a link down in the description. Help us make more prop and costume videos. That'll wrap it up today. Thanks for hanging out with me in the shop, and we'll see you in the next build.